What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today, something a bit different today. I actually have this series in mind for a little while, inspired by Christian Hannah Horror, linking to his channel in the description. Great little channel, and he kind of inspired me to do my own series like this because I thought it was a really cool idea to do. Help you build your Blu-ray collection. So in this video, we're going to talk about 5 horror Blu-rays I want to see in your collection. So first up is a indie film that I thought was great, and it is a film called Book of Monsters. This comes from Dark Rift Films. It is just a love letter to like the Evil Dead and that kind of early grindhouse 80s horror films, and I think you can have a really good fun time with it. It's great. It's so well done for an indie film like this, and I've got this limited slipcover version here, 109 out of 300. I'm not sure if this is still available, but I know the standard Blu-ray is available. Just a standard Blu-ray. If you go to Dark Rift Films, look up there, look up them, and then actually you can order from there. But this is definitely a horror film that I recommend people pick up for their collection. I think it's great. It's got 3 awesome heroines there. Really amps it up on the Evil Dead vibes big time, and it has all sorts of lovely monsters to boot. Really cool film that I think you might enjoy. So that's Book of Monsters, comes from Dark Rift Films, and it's produced by Paul Butler and Stuart Spark, and written by Paul Butler and directed by Stuart Spark. So go and check this out. It's a great little kind of hidden gem, I suppose, for horror. So yeah, that's Book of Monsters. Next up is a sci-fi horror film that I thought was fucking brilliant, basically, lack of a better term, and that is Possessor. This is a really hard sci-fi horror film that makes you kind of question your own reality. It's basically like a film that really transcends into being an absolute brain-melting kind of like body horror. It comes from Brandon Cronenberg, the son of David Cronenberg. So, the lineage of body horror from David Cronenberg has definitely rubbed off on his son in this film. This is a great science fiction horror film. This film centers around the main protagonist, where she uses this corporation's technology to basically hijack the consciousness of other people in the means of this agency to perform hits for well-paying customers. So, for example, she's been told to basically body hop into the boyfriend of this wealthy family, and her job is to kill the owner of this big corporation, so the son can become filthy rich. The actual overall film itself is more about the identity conflict that the main character in this film has. It's so good, guys, and fuck me, is it violent. Holy shit. This is one of the most realistically nasty, violent films I've seen in a while. That's not the reason to watch it, of course. It's got a great narrative and a great kind of like a message behind it, identity, and what happens if you lose your identity, how it can be absolutely mind-shattering. Very great film. Definitely, I want to see it in your collection, guys. It's awesome. Next up is an Arrow title, and it is quite a forgotten 70s movie that I absolutely love, guys, and that is Horror Express. This is Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, and it is absolutely fantastic. If you're familiar with The Thing from Another World or John Carpenter's 1982 The Thing, this film is also inspired and based upon the short story Who Goes There. So it's essentially The Thing on a train. It takes a bit of a different approach with the source material of Who Goes There, but it definitely is still kind of got that Thing vibe. And this Blu-ray is one of the nicest looking transfers for an Arrow release I've got in my collection at the moment, to be fair. It's crispy clean, the colours are vibrant, and it just has all those wonderful hallmarks of a Hammer film, but it is a Hammer movie all in but name. But yeah, Horror Express is absolutely fantastic. It's packed with a bunch of features as well. So yeah, I definitely would love you to pick this up. This is definitely deserved to be in your horror collection. Horror Express is awesome, guys. Next up is for some sleazy 80s creature feature fun, basically, and I highly recommend Humanoids from the Deep. This is a Roger Corman absolute just ridiculous sleaze fest of a monster movie. It comes from 88 Films. This is the limited slipcover version. I'm sure you still can get the standard Blu-ray fairly easily over at 88 Films. This is a great little film. I had a lot of fun with this. It's probably the most rapey film I've ever seen. It really is, guys. I think the creature designs are great. The chaos in the third act is fucking bonkers. And yeah, I had a great time with this. I love this film. I thought it was fantastic. I really recommend it in your horror collection if you love your creature features like I do. This is no brainer. 80s sleazy monster fun. This Blu-ray also is packed with features as well. Absolutely packed. But 88 Films always give us really packed releases for features. So yeah, once again, 88 Films kicking that out of the park with a packed release. But yeah, Humanoids from the Deep, I highly recommend it in your collection. The final pick is a fairly recent release. A label I don't really buy much from, if anything, really. But as soon as this came out, I knew I had to grab it because it was a film I wanted to check out for ages. And my God, guys, I was not disappointed with this release. And that is the shameless release of Stage Fright. This is a just great kind of late 80s slasher film set in this soundstage where this psychopath with an owl mask goes on a bloody rampage. It's a lot of fun, guys. I had a great fun with this. There's some obviously super dumb moments. Me and Sophie watched this and we were like, come on, what are you doing? Like, this has probably the dumbest final girl in any horror film, in my opinion. We couldn't believe how stupid these characters were. But yeah, this is still great fun. I had great fun with it. It's a great transfer as well. Really good, looks good on this Blu-ray, and the killer looks kick-ass, right? That's terrifying. Chainsaw and an owl mask. What's not to be afraid of? Look, yep, staring into your soul, guys. Staring into your soul. But yeah, Stage Fright. Really impressed with this movie. This comes from obviously Shameless Entertainment. It has a really nice yellow case with some alternate artwork there, and that. But obviously, they've started to do slip covers, which is a new thing for Shameless, which is the reason why. Another reason why I had to just grab it immediately, because it just completes it. I think this release, it really does complete the look of it. But yeah, because of special features, it's a new 4K restored version. You get interviews with director Michelle Salvi, I don't know how to pronounce their name. Interview with actor Giovanni Lombardo Radice, and an interview with actor David Brandon. So there's not massive amounts of special features, but there's a bunch of interviews there, and it is a new 4K restoration. So yeah, Stage Fright. This is a great release. I highly recommend it from Shameless. Definitely a label that I'm going to keep my eye out from now on. But yeah, those are 5 titles that I do really recommend that you have in your horror collection. I love these films. I think they're great. They're lots of fun, and they are still fairly readily available. Obviously, some of them I don't think you're gonna get the slip covers for. Stage Fright is still available with the slip, so go on Shameless's website and pick this up. I don't think you'll be disappointed. If you're a fan of slashers, this is great. But yeah, overall, these films are really good, and they deserve a spot in your horror collection. So that's the list, guys. That is that. Well, I hope you enjoyed episode 1 of this new little series I'm going to be doing, maybe twice every month or so, maybe twice or 3 times. I'm not sure what the schedule is going to be. It might be maybe every other Wednesday I'll do this video, do a series like this, and pick out more Blu-rays. Not just horror. This particular video is horror, but it might be other kind of genres as well. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think of these films if you've seen them, and let me know if you're going to pick up any of these, because it'd be great to see you picking up anything I recommend, because I think they are great titles, and the releases are packed with stuff as well. So I think they're really great releases. As always, guys, thank you so much for the support. You are all awesome. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see any more, there's another video you can click on right here. And I know you want to click on it, because you do. So yeah, click. Yeah, just the video is there. Do it. Cheers. See you later.